It's a 50-50, right? Well, you can say 80-20 maybe, that 80% they would not be in trouble, but there is still a little risk, But Swaminarayan Bhagavan says those who are videhi mukta, that living in the world and still not attached and attached to God, are rare and are more stronger than the others. When I read that in Vedras, I was siding with Punam Ben, that Jivan Mukta that I have always dreamt, that are very, pious, very dedicated, and they are higher in my mind, But when I read and when I thought on that, what Swaminarayan Bhagavan was trying to clarify or try to, emphasize was, that if you have a choice, take a choice to be Jivan Mukta first and make yourself more firm and more solidify. Then if divinity puts you in the level of Videhi Mukta, chances are that you will be a successful Videhi Mukta. We all are here, and we fall into the category of Videhi Mukta. It is our choice, it is our call to remain in this world but not get tangled, not get diverted, but focus on the right path, on the path of divinity. We have dedicated brothers, they have taken the roadway as sadhak brothers. And for Shweta and Krishna's clarification, these brothers, they have been going to college, they are working, and they are still living as a brahmachari or celibate life. In this country, it is very rare, and it is very challenging, So, back 200 years ago in India, when Swaminarayan Bhagavan had explained about these two, Jivan Mukta and Videhi Mukta, was related with India, and India's culture was supporting them, But when in this country, when they live that life and they remain as keeping the niyams of sadhus, that is a more value and more credit to them, And Sahaj Bhai may have also explained to you about them maybe. Right? He has talked, okay, then I will not go more, But we have our Pintu Bhai, our Suhrat Bhai, our Vijay Bhai, our Bhavesh Bhai, and we have one lady also, our Anji Ben. Where is Anji Ben? Yeah. So if you have a moment, you can talk to her and you will get some more information. But we are very glad that you came, and we pray that this trip will make you at least something better and different. Thank you. So, I don't have my phone, but do we want to have Harshaben say more, or you want me to say something more and then she wants to say? What is the time, beta? 9:06. 9:06? Oh, we have time, huh? Well, I want to spend some time with our youngsters also. Oh, Kiran mein hai kya? Oh, they don't have the room. Okay. They're here? Yes. So, maybe Harshaben, you want to say something? And ત્યાર પછી Or maybe I can just say some more thing and then she can finish and continue, and I'll go there, right? Okay. Yeah. Recently we have birthdays of Lord Swaminarayan, Lord Ram, Hanumanji, Mahavir Swami, and other those God and divine saints, In the time of, or 2 weeks ago when we were celebrating the birthday, we had celebrated the birthday of Lord Ram, Lord Swaminarayan. And maybe we can talk a little bit about Hanumanji, that his birthday has just gone also, હનુમાનજીની બર્થડે હમણાં જ 3-4 દિવસ ઉપર જ હતી અને ગઈ મંગળવારે હતી. હનુમાનજી એ સેવાનું, બ્રહ્મચર્યનું અને દાસત્વનું સુંદર ઉદાહરણ છે. હનુમાનજી was born to the mother's name Anjani and the father's name Kesari. And he was in the monkey family, but human, close to human type monkeys, that they would have a lot of hair on their body, but they were still like human beings, So, there is a story which goes beyond this birth of Hanumanji, that Brahmaji created a very beautiful woman as his daughter, and her name was Ahalya. And when Ahalya became of the mature age for the marriage, Brahmaji put a condition that whoever can circle the whole earth faster than anybody else will be the candidate for my daughter. So they set a race, everybody with this line drawn, so nobody can go ahead of the line first, And all these powerful deities, they were lined up, They all had a lust factor that they cannot get rid of, So Indra with his elephant was also there, and his elephant was very powerful running animal, And he knew that he is going to make it. So the race was let, and this thing was on the email and text messaging system or whatever, So it was known to everybody, most of them, So there was a sage by the name Gautam Rishi. He was at the river taking the bath. He had heard this too. And there he saw a cow delivering a baby. In the scriptures, it is said that when cow is delivering the baby, it is like a Mother Earth. And if somebody circles the cow, that is as valid as circling the earth. So the thought of lust came in his mind too. And he says, okay, I'm going to do this. He circled 7 times. And then went to Brahma and says, okay, I am ready for the marriage. Brahma says, that so fast? He says, yes. According to your Vedas, you have said a cow, when it is delivering baby, she is delivering baby, is like Mother Earth. And I did 7 circling, not 1. Brahma has said, yes, I have to agree. So they got married, and he went to his home, and after about a month worth of, exercise, Indra comes, with dusty face and beard grown up and all that, No time for shaving, right? Comes to Brahma and says, I am ready, nobody is ahead of me. Brahma says, too late. She is already been picked up. He says, how come? I have not seen anybody passing me. Brahma says to Indra that you have 1 face, 1 mouth. I have 4 mouths. You want to argue with me? Brahma has 4 heads, We see 3 heads, normally of Brahma, because the 4th one is in the back, So Indra says, I will not argue with you, but I will see to that what the sage has done as a cheating or tricking, and I will use his wife. That's bad, But he made that kind of thought in his mind, So then, here Gautam Rishi has 1 son and 1 daughter, and the daughter's name was Anjani. And Indra is waiting all this time, to have an affair with her, So there was a moon grahan. The eclipse of moon. Normally, the moon eclipse happens on the full moon day, and the solar eclipse happens on the new moon day. So, the moon was shining, and moon was supposed to get darker, And Indra made an arrangement with the moon and with the sun and with other things to create that darkness for longer, On the eclipse time, everybody goes to the river and takes the bath. So this eclipse was like 3 o'clock maybe in the morning, or whatever. So the sage has gone to the river to take the bath. And here, the arrangement is made so that eclipse stayed longer and longer, So sage Gautam stayed at the river longer. And this Indra came in the form of sage Gautam, a duplicate form. And told Ahalya to have an affair with her, And Ahalya says that it is still eclipse, it is dark. How come you are here, You are supposed to be at the river. So he is getting hard on her, saying that I am your husband. You do what I say. You don't argue with me, etc. And they had an affair, Then the eclipse ended and the sage came to home. And it is normally said that when you have fun, time flies. They did not know the time limit, and when sage came, the door was closed. The son was already old enough to be in the service of King Janak. So he was the advisor of King Janak. But the daughter was young, and mother had told the daughter to stay outside. And daughter was humping through the window, seeing what is going on. So when the sage came, he saw the daughter outside, says, what is going on? Why the door is closed? Then daughter says that you were in. Sage says, no, I was not in, I was at the river. So then he knocked the door. And he says, I am Gautam, open the door. Ahalya got confused. Who is my real husband? So this Indra took the form of a cat and opened the door and ran outside. And Gautam saw that and he cursed Indra that you would have 1,000 bugs on your body. And Indra ran away. But when Gautam looked at Ahalya, he cursed at her too, that you become a rock. And he cursed his daughter that you were jumping like a monkey, you become a monkey. So the chapter closed. But Ahalya begged for pardon, saying that it's not my fault. I assumed that you were my husband, you came. How can I differentiate, Good argument, right? Good point. Gautam Rishi says, that is not the point. The point is that moment you found out that I am your real husband standing outside and this is crook cheating you, why didn't you curse him before I cursed him? That is the difference. If you would have cursed him, I would not have cursed you. You liked something between you two, that is the problem. That is how mind plays the game. So Ahalya became the rock, and we know that Lord Ram went there and liberated her. And Anjani also asked for the begging, that I am a little kid, I had no knowledge of what was going on, So I was just curious. Then Gautam says, that okay, you go to the Rishimukh mountain and you do the prayers and the wind god will give some prasad to you and you eat that prasad and you will have a son who would be Hanumanji. And she goes there and she marries to Kesari, and then she is doing meditation with folded hand like this, And then there is another story to Dasarath Raja and Ramchandra Bhagavan's birth. And then when the Agni Dev brings the prasad is given to Vasishtha Rishi. Vasishtha Rishi divides that into half and gives the half to Kaushalya, because she is going to have Lord Ram born from her. And the remaining half, she divides again into half and half and gives to two queens, Sumitra and Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi gets upset, says that I was the one who won the war against Vrushaparva, and that's why we have this whole situation that we are going to have children. Why am I given only 25%? What is in Kausalya that you are giving 50%? She became jealous. And Vasishtha Rishi says, please eat, otherwise something will happen. But they were arguing. And the eagle came and picked up from the hand of Kaikeyi. And eagle was cursed woman from the heaven. And it was told that you don't eat that, but you take that and put it into Anjani's hand. So she goes there and she drops, and she becomes liberated. The eagle becomes liberated. And Anjani sees that and she eats. And that is how Hanumanji was born. So, Hanumanji, when he was born, he was so powerful that he saw in the morning a red sun in the sky, on the horizon, red color. And he thought that that's a nice apple. And he jumped. He was hungry, he jumped. And he was going so fast that the whole heaven got disturbed, that he is going to digest the whole sun. So all these devatas, angels, they came out to fight against Hanumanji. And they stopped him. Hanumanji defeated all of them. Finally, Indra came with his weapon, which is called Vajra, and banged on Hanumanji's head, and Hanumanji became unconscious and started falling down. So the father, the divine father of Hanumanji, Vayudev, became angry, upset, and stopped everybody's breathing. Nobody can breathe then. So, all these angels went to Brahma saying that, sorry, we did something, but we are getting paid badly, Do something. Then Brahma comes and tells the Vayudev that let us fix and cure Hanumanji with my power. And then Brahma is making him alive again. And then everybody is giving the blessings to Hanumanji. And some of the blessings were that he would not get cursed by anybody. No one can curse him. He will meet Lord Ram at a certain time, His body will be made up of Vajra, He would be a devotee. He would be a very humble servant. He would be brahmachari. All those boons were given to Hanumanji by all these deities, And Hanumanji was living with mother and father, There was a lake there, and on the lake, those sages were washing their clothes on a rock. Hanumanji would throw that rock away into the water. And they had to bring new rock, because he was very powerful. Not only that, but nobody can curse him. So all the sages got unhappy, saying that, how can we stop this thing, So they went to their head sage and asked that, what can we do to stop this? So so the sage says that if you give the blessings in the form of the curse, then it would happen. So they figured out. So then they called Hanumanji and says, Sunny, come here, you are a very nice, bravo, and we all like you, etc., He says, do you know that Lord Ram is going to be going to the jungle and he is going to meet you, and he is going to make you as a main devotee of him. Are you happy? He says, yeah. Good news, He says, but until then, your strength will be hidden. And when Lord Ram meets you, then your strength will come back again. Is that okay? He says, yeah, that's okay if I meet Ram. And that was done deal, They packaged the deal. So he goes next day to lift up the rock. He cannot lift up the rock. And he realized that, yeah, they treated me, That's how parents do that to their kids, right? But Hanumanji remained there. He had company of other friends like Sugriv, Nar, Nil, Angad, Jambuvan. And then he met Lord Ram. And Lord Ram became his God, his Guru, his everything. And today, Hanumanji is so much famous that there may be more temples and more idols of Hanumanji than Lord Ram. બરાબર? હનુમાનજીના મંદિરો વધારે અને રામચંદ્રજીના મંદિરો કરતાં હનુમાનજીના મંદિર બધા બીજા મંદિરોમાં પણ હનુમાનજી હોય. And we are going to have a big temple of Hanumanji building in Glenview coming up. So, there is a Bhumi Pujan ground-breaking ceremony on 26th of this month. On 26th, next Saturday. Dr. Khurana, yeah. Right. So we pray to Hanumanji that we live the life that you have lived for Lord Ram, that we live for our God and our Guru, and we become very humble of the humblest. We become very devoted. And Hanumanji was the one who recognized the incarnation of Vishnu when, after Lord Ram passing away, when Lord Krishna was born, Hanumanji came as a devotee to Lord Krishna also. He recognized Lord Krishna. In the time of Lord Swaminarayan, when Swaminarayan Bhagavan was born, Hanumanji recognized him also and came to help from those demons, young Ghanshyam baby, Lord Swaminarayan. So, we pray that we recognize our God and our Guru wherever and whenever we go and become the humble servant. Sajanand Swami Maharaj ni Jai. છે બેટા? Okay. Okay, હર્ષાબેન, સરસ. તમે માઇક ત્યાં આપે કે અહીંયા આવું છે?